Hi there, Coach P here, your mental performance mastery coach. Lots of athletes feel scattered, overwhelmed, or unproductive. You know, it's common to think, I just don't have enough time. But for many athletes, the problem isn't a lack of time. The problem is a lack of focus. I want to talk to you about how to refocus on what matters most and how to make your current quarter, your year, what you want it to be. One of your most important responsibilities as an athlete is to focus and direct your attention. It's how you get results. But most often, the most difficult attention to focus can be your own. Distractions come in all shapes and sizes. So let's look at how to overcome the destructive force of distraction in the following 3 steps. Number 1, clearly define your wins. At the end of the day, the week, the month, or the year, what will a win look like for you? You can definitely look to increase your brand or your marketability. Maybe you want to perform better. Maybe you want a better marriage. Maybe less stress in your life. More time off. Grow your influence. How about create a healthier culture at home or at work? How about in your athletic performance career? What does a win look like to you? You know, it's important to write down your goals. In 1979, a Harvard Business School study found out that people who write down their goals are more likely to achieve them. And to take it a step further, those that write down their goals and then share the goals with a friend, the likelihood of your achieving your goals increases. Because when you tell a friend, you're creating an accountability partner. Let's talk about it in more concrete terms. Whether the quarter has just started, maybe you're in the middle of yours, or maybe yours is almost over. Did you or are you accomplishing what you set out to accomplish? If you didn't clearly define your goals, you'll have no way to know for sure. You might have just drifted, floated, existed, or survived for another quarter of your life. Number 2, distance the distractions. There are 2 types of distractions. Number 1, cognitive. These distractions distract your mind. Number 2, opportunity. These distractions distract you from your mission. One of the biggest cognitive distractions to most athletes is sitting in your hands right now. You might even be watching this on it, but it's your cell phone. According to a Business Insider article, the average person touches their phone over 2,600 times a day. The worst offenders can touch their phone more than 5,400 times in 24 hours. We're spending more time on social media too. The average person is on social media almost 2.5 hours each day. So how do you eliminate or minimize cognitive disruptions? How about create a distraction-free work zone? You'll have to be intentional about it. Goal achievement doesn't happen by accident. It happens by intent. Identify the things that cause you stress or distract you when you need a clear head. If you tend to get hungry, prepare some snacks. If your productivity suffers in a loud environment, find a quieter one. Now let's take a look at opportunity distractions. These are the opportunities that look good, but might keep you from what's best. They're the shiny object that looks good in the moment. The more successful you become in your athletic career, the more opportunities will come your way. You don't have to say yes to everything. You just need to say yes to the right things. Just because you could doesn't mean you should. Fight the temptation to succeed at something that shouldn't be done at all. When you say yes to an average use of your time, you're saying no to a great use of your time. Number 3, obsess about your process, not the results. You don't get results by focusing on results. You get results by focusing on the actions that get results. Most athletes obsess about outcomes and undervalue processes, but good outcomes follow good strategic processes. And here's why that statement is so freeing, because we can't control every outcome. No one saw the pandemic coming. Some athletes got creative with their careers and thrust them into overdrive as a result, while some were driven into a mental state that adversely affected their careers. There are so many things around you that you can't control. You can't control your competition, and we obviously can't control a virus, but you can control your attitude, your focus, your effort, and your actions. The pandemic didn't happen to you. The pandemic happened for you. Did you or do you shift your perspective in the face of adversity? The right strategic process will eventually lead you to your desired outcome. In the discussion questions to end this video, you can put what you've learned into practice. You can identify the process you need to commit to over time to increase the likelihood of your desired outcome. And once you've identified your process, sell out to it, obsess over it, fall in love with it, attack it. There are new opportunities to make a difference. You're an athlete. You have potential inside of you to influence people, to add value, to create meaningful advances in your career, to offer hope to those around you. You have the ability to change lives by what you do, by helping people discover their gifts and live their dreams because they are in your circle of influence. You can inspire people to right wrongs. Become legendary today. Get focused. Clearly define your wins. Distance your distractions. Obsess over your process. Your time, talent, and life is too valuable to waste your life on things that don't last. Alrighty, it's get better time. I will slow down so you have time to write the questions or take screenshots. You will have the opportunity to review this session as a replay, as it will be sent to you via email. So here are the questions that you can do to grow as an athlete. Number 1, define your wins for this upcoming year. What do you want to achieve over the next 3 months in your personal or professional life? What areas do you want to grow in? Where do you want to be as an athlete this time next year? Question number 2, what would a distraction-free work zone look like to you as an athlete? Write down what your perfect environment would be in order to minimize disruptions. How can you prepare in advance to create that type of work zone? Number 3, now that you've identified your goals and know how to eliminate distractions, what's the process you need to put in place to lead to your wins? Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at coach@coachp.net. I'll be happy to answer your questions and help you in any way I can. And until next time, remember, the time is now.